Alright, so these comments, I'm just going to use your initials N, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. So you say the reading passage and the listening lecture. You want to say here plural because you have two. Talk about how fast food restaurants contribute to obesity. And I'm going to use a verb here. And endanger people's health in the United States. If you use it as a verb, it works. So they talk about how fast foods contribute and how they endanger people's health in the United States. Now here's the only problem here, is you didn't really mention how the lecturer is opposing these points. The lecturer does not think that fast food restaurants are the only cause of obesity here in the United States. The lecturer is actually challenging or disagreeing with those claims, and you didn't really explain that relationship, I think, in that first paragraph. You say, firstly, the writer mentions that the fast food restaurants will bring, you might say, the long-term effects of obesity. You can't say a because effects is plural. So they'll bring the long-term effects of obesity. For example, the writer uses the example of MacDonald's. You might say there, however, the speaker says that the obesity is caused by not active and inactive lifestyles, such as spending much time eating while watching TV. But if you really look at what the lecturer is saying here, if we go back here, it's saying that obesity is caused by an inactive lifestyle along with, this is what you're not saying, along with consuming more calories than are needed. Right? So if you revised this sentence to say something like, however, in addition to consuming too many calories, the speaker says that the obesity is caused by an inactive lifestyle such as spending much time eating while watching TV. Alright, secondly, in the passage the writer writes the fast food contributes to an unhealthy society because the options, how about the options at fast food establishments maybe, are limited. In contrast, in the lecture, the speaker says that you want to say here, the menus provide more options such as apples and salads. Here, I would revise this and say, in addition, some states like California and New York are required to list the number of calories for the foods on their menus. You can also put that maybe, so you needed to a little more completely explain that idea. So you say, finally, the writer states that fast food restaurants encourage gluttony. Here, to avoid that comma splice, put the semicolon here. Say, for example, they offer limited refills for drinks. He defined gluttony, that is overconsumption. On the other hand, the speaker says that gluttony is not, maybe say, just eating fast food in large amounts every day. The point, maybe say that So the point is that consumers should control You might say something like that. The point is that consumers should control how many drinks and meals they eat. So then if you want, you could have maybe a final sentence. You don't have to, but you could include a final sentence to explain, to sum up the ideas. Okay, so now let's take a look at your score here. Yeah, I think you're in decent shape. I'm not going to put you in the 2 range. I'm going to put you in the 3 range here. So I think that sometimes you have either an incomplete, inaccurate, or imprecise connection of the ideas. You could do a little bit better in terms of connecting the ideas sometimes. And in the 4 range, you have more frequent or noticeable minor language errors. But these errors do not result in anything more than occasional lapse of clarity. But I think your grammar errors were a little more serious than that. Okay, so your score here, I'm going to put you here at 3.5 out of 5, or 22 points out of 30 on this practice test. If you go to the syllabus, to page 9, you have 2 integrated writing practice tests. I put you at 3.5. That's going to put you at 82% on this assignment. All right?